physique that became the best in the world. So he had friends that went on to be multi-millionaires that he played basketball with, and he chose a sport where it's very hard to become wealthy. Phil, tell them how you evolved from being a competitor, entrepreneur, Mr. Olympia, and what that looks like.
Well, I mean, you have to really understand that in competition, you have to be extremely competitive. Not just with the people up here, but with yourself. So if you can't push yourself, you're definitely not going to put yourself in a position to win with people that you don't know. With that said, you have to maintain a level of consciousness of how you speak to yourself every day. So like when you're getting ready for a big squat, you're always like, oh shoot, like how am I going to do this? It's like, I'm going to do this. And then maintaining that same level of energy and enthusiasm when life hits you. So you're really young right now, and not to say that you haven't experienced any hardship, but in this type of sport, it's only the strong that survive. So in order to monetize, you know, because everybody wants to monetize their fitness right now. You know, they see like a huge opening, barrier of entry is very little to just say, all right, I want to be an influencer, this and that. Well, I will say this to any influencer. What makes you good? What makes you great? And what makes you you? So that's what you should be sharing of what you know. And you don't know everything, but the pursuit of what you dream about is everything. So instead of acting like you're us, or I'll just say it, there's a lot of people that talk online as if they're me, and they haven't done anything yet. So you have to understand that even when I was coming up in the ranks, I didn't know what a Sean Ray knew. Even though I never placed at the Olympia, I didn't know what he knew. I didn't know what Ronnie knew or Jay knew. It takes time. And that's why all of this was not built in one day. It was built over years of consistency and understanding yourself. How do you get triggered with your emotions, with food or with friends and family and business, and how to like shut off noise. I can tell you right now, like, I would not have won all those shows without harnessing the energy, knowing that all of the distractions were around me, and more importantly, the war in my mind. I had to master me before I could kick anyone else's ass and actually continue to have that stamina. So overall, like if you want to monetize your physique, you got to monetize you. You got to audit everything you do. You have to do a self-audit of how you eat, sleep, train, like how do you handle your emotions, and then figure that out. And then when you think you figured it out, oh no, that's when you compete. Because then you're going to realize, oh man, I ain't the baddest in the room. See, Sean will tell you, I did the Sean Ray in 2006. I did the New York Pro. Oh, I'll backtrack. I did his show, right? First pro show. I went in. Very excited, right? Of course. I go to California. I do the photo shoots, all that other stuff. I'm supposed to leave California. Actually, this airport here, Orange County, to fly to New York to do the New York Pro. I left my damn meals at the hotel room. Okay? And I'm still a broke bodybuilder at that time. So now I gotta compete with no food. I'm stressed, and then I realize I can't get stressed because cortisol goes up. I'm gonna have all these ailments. I gotta just take a deep breath and recognize what can I do. Well, I can be calm. How do I become calm? Breathe. Don't pay attention on the things I don't have. Pay attention on what I could be working on, my posing, my breathing, all those things. And next thing you know, my trainer comes in and says, okay, we can get you some food and bring you back up, and I won the freaking show. But those are those things that happen. You know, you're not always going to have it work out the way you want to, but it's how you carry yourself through that makes you a champion. So with you being this young, I encourage you to just understand that the shit is going to happen. She's one of my favorites of all time. Why? Because she has broken things in her body and still been able to champion through it. Ask yourself this, what am I championing today? So that I can show that I'm a champion tomorrow. You gotta be the champion now. And when you get pressure, we see, and we've all been there, when we're backstage and we know we're gonna beat someone's ass because they didn't do yourself, give power to yourself, be of sound mind, and remove fear always.
I don't think there's an athlete on this stage that started this sport chasing a dollar bill. I know that when Phil set out to be Mr. USA, he wasn't thinking, I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to make money. He wanted to be the best. So the mindset is go after these smaller goals, and then the bigger goals will come. So I know I didn't get into bodybuilding to travel the entire world, but I have because bodybuilding is global. That's a benefit. I wasn't thinking when I was competing, making checks at the Olympia, what am I going to do when I'm retired? The only job I've ever had is that of in this industry. I've had to pivot, bob and move, work with different companies. I promote bodybuilding shows, guest speak, commentator. I do the things that I'm passionate about, and I make a couple bucks. That's the joy of bodybuilding, is that I wanted to be Mr. Olympia. That didn't happen, so I had to come over here. I started covering the sport, started interviewing people. I love bodybuilding so much that I'm interviewing these guys now. I watch these guys come up, and I watch them retire. Where's Ronnie Coleman? He'll be here in a minute. But Ronnie Coleman was like dead last in my third Olympia. And I watched him leapfrog over everyone from 92 to 98 to win his first Olympia. And then run off 8 championships. I've watched that career happen. I remember Bill Phillips, he used to own EAS. He beat Lee Haney when he was a teenager. But he couldn't go any further, and then he started his own supplement company. Then he started the Body for Life Challenge. I think he sold that thing for like $25 million. He didn't get into the sport to make money, but he found his niche. Some bodybuilders become trainers. They monetize it, and they're still very close to their passion. That's not work. Every one of these people up here speaking, I just keep hearing them pouring it back out into you guys. So sharing that information here, they'll be doing that somewhere else with somebody else, and they'll come up, someone will come and go, hey man, I was at your seminar, and I'm doing the Mr. Olympia.
Your reasoning is everything. So like right now, you're in an era of social media, which is complete BS. I'm just going to tell you that because all you goddamn YouTubers are just so focused on greed. And you're not servant-driven leaders like you're supposed to. But right now, you're not supposed to lead. You're supposed to lead yourself. You're supposed to be a follower of experts. But everybody is just like, well, this is the easiest way to make money because I won't challenge myself to go read a damn book or actually go sit in a class to go learn what the experts really know. So it takes time. And that's where I see it all the time. What do you want to be when you grow up? YouTuber. What the hell are we talking about? You don't even know who you are. So that's what pisses me off. Because anyone above my age knows better. In order to get on the cover of Flex magazine, they had to do something. So do something meaning you have to do something so well that you don't need a phone to tell everybody how great you are. They will freaking write about how great you are. Think about all the people that you admire. Don't even go on their social media. Google them. You know what's going to happen? Very low search results. Why? Because no one writes about it. Would you rather be written about, or you want to just tell everybody who you are? I'd rather have people write about my ass. When I would drive down to go train at Armor's Pro Gym, I had 2 routes. One route, highway. The other way, I drive through neighborhoods. Why? Because there was a freaking cemetery. And I used to drive by that place, and I'd look, and I'd see people crying, mourning, dancing, having parties, all this other stuff. You know what I did that for? Because I was like, man, I'm going to be in that dirt just like everybody else. And right now I have an opportunity to go to the gym and go do something that I got God above me to give me, so that I can pour into myself and I can pour into everybody else. It wasn't about the money. Did I love it? Do I love it? Yeah, because I can take care of my family. I can do cool stuff. But it was a byproduct of my success. It was a byproduct of actually giving a demo about my success more than anybody else in the room. What do you care about? What are you passionate about? Why are you waiting? That's why you're here. But you can't always just, oh man, it's the easy money. It's the easy money going to OnlyFans. We already know that. It's the easy money. What's the real talk? What is the long game? Majority of people that get that easy money don't even know who they are. And that's why you got to find out who you are at 20, 25, 30. It's all going to change. Anyone older than you will tell you it's going to change. But if you can be that change for yourself, you can change everybody else. You can help them. My job as a bodybuilder was not just to change me, it was to be able to say what is possible from being a basketball player to being one of the greatest of all time. And not once did I tell someone, yeah, Sean, I'm going to make all this freaking money, dude. No, I was like, I'm going to kick a lot of ass. And then through that, I'm going to learn. I was able to win the Olympia through a divorce. I was able to win the Olympia when my dad died, my stepmom died, where I had to take care of my brother who's high functioning autistic. Instead of wallowing in that stuff, I got with a company called the Make It Fit Foundation and actually do autism awareness events at the Arnold Classic for 7-8 years. I was able to be a promoter with the Phil Heath Classic. That's sold out every year now, even through COVID. I was able to do Make-A-Wish. I was able to do USO appearances. This is all me doing for other stuff. I get to do this. I was signing autographs, taking pictures over there, and I forgot that I had to do this, but I wanted to make sure they got their time. Now I can give you mine here. This is all about giving back, but I got to partner it in the right way. So when you're doing this, have greater purpose, have greater discernment with who's around you. Don't let people steal your energy, steal your joy, steal your passion. And when someone tells you can't do it, you don't look at them, man. Like I said in the video, right? When I won 7 times, you look in the mirror, bro. But you gotta do that. You gotta do it when no one's watching. You gotta do it when they tell you no. And all you gotta do is prove yourself right every day. But you gotta champion every day when it hurts. When it hurts, when it really, really hurts. When you're broke, when it hurts, when you're on your knees. And this is where you're gonna find your inner champion within. And then one day someone's gonna be writing about you, like I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Heath. You want him to wake you up in the morning on the phone. Let's go! All right, that's all you need, right? All right, you can die and go to heaven. All right. All right, Mr. Finnegan. This is the husband to Mia Finnegan by way of